Hi everybody, my name is David, this is Richard. We're brokers with Advanced One McKeever Real Estate in Stockton, California. And it's time for our housing market update for the month of September 2021. We're going to jump right into it. The first set of data that came out we want to cover is the median sold price of what's going on here in Stockton, California. So this is a chart, check it out up on the screen. Last month in August we saw a significant pop versus July. August was the median sold price was $447,000. The previous month was $410,000. So the only thing I can really lead to believe there is we had some higher sales close last month.
Yeah. Let me just throw one in that I just noticed. 1 year exactly is $100,000.
Wow. So that is a gain of 28.8%, if I remember correctly. But like I said, I think we kind of had a little bit of abnormal jump there from the previous month. I wouldn't be surprised if next month it was a little bit lower, come down some. I just think we had some higher sales, but 47% is the number I want to share with you next on the next chart. Let's look at that. Right here behind me is the same chart, just taken out 3 years. I was curious, we've had such a good run of home price appreciation. So Richard and I are talking the other day, I was like, let's look at what it's done in the last 3 years. And it's 47.5% from August 2018 through August 2021. Richard, what was the price in August of 2018 on that chart?
Just a touch over $300,000.
Yeah, $300,000. Man, if we had a DeLorean that was a time machine, we'd go back and buy a few more homes, right?
Absolutely. Wow, that's incredible jump. 3 years, 47%.
47%, yeah.
Unreal.
So incredible run. The question then becomes, where do we go from here? So do you want to throw out a quick prediction of where we're going into 2022?
Well, I think basically a little bit of leveling, a little bit of slowing down. We have had, which we're going to show you in a little while, an increase in inventory for the fourth month, which is going to help us maybe have the buyers with a little more power than they've had in the last couple of years.
Yeah, just last year in the past 12 months, in Stockton here is about 22% home price appreciation gain. We all know that's not sustainable. I feel like we're going to get back to more normal appreciation levels, 4 to 5, maybe 6%. Nobody's forecasting a crash or a slowdown in home prices. They are still predicting a slight uptick, more back to normal prices.
Yeah, like we've said all along, until the demand and the buyers and the sellers change, we still have way more buyers than we have sellers. You just can't go down when that's happening.
That's right. So speaking of listings and buyers and sellers, let's look at the number of homes that came on the market and how many went pending.
Well, I always like bringing good news to all of you, and there was lots of good news on this chart here. We have a 24% increase in pendings. I mean, just take a look at this. That's way up there. That's our pendings. They just took off again. The real good news to me and to most of us as realtors is the inventory now for 4 good solid months has gone up every month. And that's going to start giving those of us that have buyers a little more, maybe not power, but a little more leverage in trying to buy a home and maybe getting it more at a normal price instead of an escalated price. So that's really good numbers. And I know, David, you have some that compare to last year.
Yeah, the good news here, the new listings that came on the market last month, 288 new listings, and that equals the high over the last 14 months. So we haven't seen that many new listings since way back in June of 2020. So it's a good sign. I think it's a sign the market could be returning back to normalcy. I get questions, just what we're seeing on the day-to-day interactions from other agents. Hey, are you seeing a slowdown, or how's this staying on the market longer? Is there buyer fatigue, or the buyers taking a break? Well, given the pendings number, which is the red line that shot up, the buyers aren't taking a break. I just think there's a little bit more to choose from with the listings have gone up in the last few months. And it would be interesting to see how that it's affecting how homes or how fast they're selling. So let's look at the days of market chart next.
Yep.
So we saw both the amount of new listings that came on the market go up, but we also saw that huge jump in pending sales. Let's look at how those affected how fast homes are selling with the days on market data point. Down here on this orange bar graph is 15 days here, which equals the previous month, which means homes are staying on the market roughly 15 days on average before the buyer and a seller can come to an agreement and an offer is accepted. Still relatively fast,
yes.
Still showing activity and a lot of buyers in the marketplace today. The demand is still there.
Even double that 15 to 30, that's still a real healthy market.
Yeah.
So they're still coming off the market fast and selling fast. So very, very, very healthy market. A little bit of a slowdown would not be bad at all.
So how's it affected the list to sales price ratio?
This green line is what it sold for according to what it was listed for. As you can see, we had to go all the way back a year, well, actually 14 months to be below 100%.
Yeah.
From right at a year ago to now, it stayed above 100%. That, if you look at other markets throughout the United States, some of those numbers are way down here, like selling for 60 to 80%. We're selling at 102% of what it's listed for. If you want to sell your house, now's a good time.
Yeah, I do think, we did see a slight decline in the last couple of months from 104 to 103 to 102 now, which is still over asking. Just from what I'm experiencing on the listings that I have, the frenzy, the 10, 15, 20,000, 30,000 over asking for our price range, I think that's receded a little
Slowing
bit.
down, yeah.
And the chart shows that's the case. So they're still selling at or slightly above, but just not that
But not
tens
way
of
above.
thousands that we
Right.
saw just a few short months ago. So if you're a seller out there, you might have missed the exact perfect time, but it's still going to be good from here out to the end of the year and even into 2022 from everything we're reading at this point in time.
Yeah, a slowdown, like I said just a little while ago, slowdown on this is still real good because we're like up in that top 10 of the United States.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think we continue to be there for quite a few months.
That's right. Well, that's all we had for you today. We appreciate you guys so much for watching. We do want to know your comments. What are your thoughts on the direction of the housing market, maybe nationally, even here locally? Put it in the comments below. We want to hear what you guys think about this data, our forecasts, all that good stuff. So we'll be back next month again
Yep.
for the
We'll be
housing
here.
market update. Thank you so much for watching today's show.